You know what, Colby?
What's that, Barry?
There's one undeniable fact.
What's that?
That if a woman leans over, and any man will look at her boobs.
Fact.
What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
I'm like, doo-doo-doo, the more you know. Hey, everybody, and this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This.
The music.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the second movie of Who's in My Body Month.
Oh, we're not calling it Snatched?
Oh, no, that's what happens to these characters when they get snatched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And today we're going to be talking about... Oh, wait, hold on. So, I don't have a trailer written out for you guys. I know you guys miss my very well-written trailers. But I don't have it today. So we're going to freeball it. Like how I always do, you know? Who needs underwear, right? It's 19. I don't know how to do this anymore. Okay, here you go. First of all, if you're taking over Iowa, you might as well just take it. No one cares. But a town in 1994 gets taken by a boom, almost like an Annihilation looking like thing. Like, you know, the better version of this movie. I don't know if you've seen Annihilation with Natalie Portman. But yeah, I can't judge that because these movies are like 20 years apart. But who else?
Strangest trailer ever.
It's like a trailer, but he's like, no, I have to input my thoughts into these.
I got to compare this movie to a movie that's coming out 20 years from now.
But who can stop an alien invasion? But what's his name? Sutherland?
Yeah, Donald
Sutherland. I'm sorry, I'm mixing him up with Keith. What's his face? Keith David. I'm like Keith Sunderland. No, but who can stop an alien race from taking over? But Keith's. Oh no! See, damn it! I did it again. Donald Sunderland and his son, who's he emotionally abused for 20 years, but now they work together in this snatching thriller, 1994's Puppet Master. This is a mess.
Puppet Masters with an S.
Yeah,
you'll find the wrong movie. If you don't put the S.
Yeah, just know that this movie was not produced by Full Moon Productions.
It was not. This was big budget B movie.
I know. Was it though? It's gonna be I feel like it's gonna be kind of difficult because this movie is like almost 2 hours.
It is.
Surprisingly. But this movie is chock filled with like huge B-list stars. Well, except for Donald Sutherland.
Most of these people were A-list stars in 94.
Oh, in 94, yeah.
Yeah.
That's because that was Colby's his high school years.
Julie Warner, Tommy Boy's girlfriend. Oh, the one who screams from the boat. Your mothers will cry when they see what I've done to you.
Wait. Is she also did she have a dick in Ace Ventura? Was she in the first Ace Ventura movie?
Oh, I don't know if it was her.
Was she though? She was playing they're like, oh, dude, you kissed her. And she had like a dick. It's a different, the 90s are very much different.
I don't think that was her.
Oh. Damn it, I really thought it was her. Oh, she was in 21 Jump Street. Okay.
She was in a ton of stuff.
Will Patton.
Will Patton's in a bunch of
remember
stuff.
the Titans? But they'll remember the night they played the Titans.
Yaphet Kotto? He was like the black superstar of like the 70s, 80s. He was he was
an alien.
Right.
Oh, okay. So
it's in so much stuff.
It's B-list to me because I was Yeah, I was pretty young.
These people were like
yeah.
top of their game at this point.
The only one I definitely recognized out the gate was Richard Belzer, because he was in the boom, 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 boom.
See, and I remember Richard Belzer from before this when he was a stand-up comedian.
He was a stand-up comedian?
Yep.
Like, he's been on Law and Order for 30 years.
Super dry. Like, so dry. Hilarious, but like just dry. So like, yeah, he easily moved to like drama.
Was he British? Is he British?
I don't think so.
Because that would make sense, like the dry humor. He was in the original Flash series. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, see, I just recognize him because he was on Law and Order for like 26 years.
Right.
like he was, what is it? Oh no, yeah, that is like. So he was so he started in 96, and then he continued into the SVU, the one where like people are always getting like raped in the ear. They're always
the family friendly one.
They're always like finding like sperm somewhere. And it's always like John Mulaney said, it's always iced tea, like regurgitating. It's like, oh my god, they found semen in his ear canal. Oh no, he was on Law and Order, like as far as the series together, for 30 years. From 96 in the original Law and Order to the Special Victims Unit to 2016.
Okay.
Hey, he knew. He's like, listen, the comedy's not working out so much.
Right.
I did Scarface, but
Yep. Keith David was in a ton of stuff.
Oh, see, like, I know like Keith David, he's like in They Live. Mm-hmm. And he's like in a bunch of things, but I'm sorry, the thing I remember him the most for is have you ever seen Requiem for a Dream? He's the dude that told Jennifer Connelly that he didn't take his penis out for no air. He's like, I didn't take it out for no air. I was like, oh my god, Keith David.
I think he's also in The Thing.
Wait,
the original thing?
Yeah, he is. He is with. Oh wow.
Oh, They Live?
Yeah, They Live.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they had that super long fight scene.
Yep. The greatest fight scene of all time.
I'm pretty sure it's the longest fight scene in American cinema.
Right. You could go to Bollywood and find longer ones, but in America, yes.
All right, so let's talk about this movie, right? So it's 1994. A spaceship enters Iowa's atmosphere. Big boom. You know what? To be fair, the CG and the practical effects in here don't look like 94.
Right. It's good practical effects, and they limit the CG enough that it works. It works really well.
Well, I think they limited it because it's 1994, right?
Right.
But I was pretty impressed because like the parts that they do have the CG in there, I'm like, wow, that's when you try hard enough.
Yep.
But a group of boys see this alien ship come onto the to their farm or whatever, and so a whole bunch of farm folk come to check it out. Unfortunately, when one of them who has a shotgun is like gonna go check it out, he gets hit over the head, and then it cuts to black. Right, and so now we start cutting away to Donald Sutherland. What's the girl's name that you're saying? Donald. Freaking Sam, what's his name? Oh, Eric Thal and Julie Warner.
Yeah, that's right. Sam and Mary.
Yeah, so Sam and Mary, they go to recruit Mary because she is a science person.
She works for NASA, and she's an exobiologist, so she studies what life might be like on other planets.
Yeah, it's a big old guessing game, right?
Yes.
And it's funny though, like as this movie progresses, It's just like, yeah, that's what would happen if an alien species came here because we're discussing human beings. And I feel like, I just feel like if we ever got to go visit like another planet, they'd be like, oh, disgusting, you guys still do that? Like, you guys still kiss? It'll be like freaking Demolition Man.
Right. Three shells.
And I'm pretty sure I know how to use those shells. I don't, though. I wouldn't use the shell just because, like, what if, like, it chips off and now you have a cut in your butt and then you get an abscess? Well, I guess
that's worse than a hemorrhoid.
Well, I guess in the future, like, they'll have, like, those machines that they did in Prometheus. They're like, oh, you have a hemorrhoid. Let's take it out right now. But yeah,
that wouldn't be bad,
right? But yeah, so Sam goes and he's work. Oh, well, actually, no, sorry. Mary and Donald picks up Mary, and then they go pick up Sam, and they can kind of tell that Sam and Donald Donald and Andrew have a kind of hostile relationship, or it's just very like, Sam's always like, what's new? Of course, they're gonna boss me around,
right? Yeah.
And so they go to Iowa because 2 of their agents have now gone unresponsive.
Right.
So they want to go check out what's going on with this whole spaceship. They go there,
and the news, the small town news has like confirmed that this is a real spaceship landing. All
right, one day, and then the next day, like, it's a hoax.
Yeah.
But they go there, and as they go to the spaceship, Mary is starting to notice some of the people are kind of off.
Yes.
She like unbuttons a blouse, and I was like, wow, this lady's really leaning into this, huh? You know what? Hey, props to her for working with what she's got.
Right. And it's almost like this town is Amish, like nobody's paying her any mind.
Yeah, she's like, oh man, but I'm blown to my 3rd button. Like, not even, and then as they like want to go see the spaceship, she's like looking at these like 13-year-old or like 15-year-old kids.
Right.
She's like leaning over a little bit, and she's like, there's something wrong. Like after what's called, Sam pulls her away from looking inside of the ship. She's like, there's something wrong with them. They're like, Donald and or Andrew and Sam are like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I pretty much put my tits out and they wouldn't look.
Right. Yep. And they didn't look at them.
Yeah.
What teenage boy doesn't do that?
Yeah. She's like, Sam, you've been looking. You haven't stopped looking at my tits.
He's oh, what?
You're doing it right now. So they go back. They go to the news station.
So it's like an interesting. It's so they go and they're looking and they're like, this site looks like it could be a actual landing site, but this is a very artificial UFO.
Oh yeah,
this is like farm kids built a UFO and they're charging you to walk through the haunted house that they built.
Yeah, the ship looks pretty plain.
Yeah.
But yeah, they end up going to the news station trying to figure stuff out. And we really get a look at this alien super fast.
Right.
Because the news station guy, he goes for a drawer and he pulls out a gun. And Sam acts fast, starts shooting him. But he's still getting up. And then all of a sudden, this like manta ray or stingray looking type of creature crawls out of its back and starts whipping around like an alien Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
until it gets stuck onto the glass, and then they shock it dead.
Yep.
And so like it's kind of like it's really
because they want to collect it, and Sam's like, I'm gonna shoot it. And Donald's like, don't shoot it. It's going to blow its guts all over the street, and then we're not going to be able to study it. So find a way to put it in this metal briefcase. So he's like, shock, shock. Oh, yeah. I killed it.
And this whole time, like as they're trying to escape the station, everyone starts coming after them.
Right. It's the first time you realize how many people have already been assimilated.
Yes, they've been snatched to the point where even our favorite boy, Jarvis, played by Richard Belzer of Law and Order fame. He actually gets taken because like during the whole skirmish where they're being chased, they even get chased by this kid who, hilariously enough, they ran over twice. I was like, man, that is so sweet. There's nothing like cinema in the 90s where you could just punch a kid in the face. But when they get back to their secret base, like, see, this is the part where it's like not even, it's kind of not interesting of talking about, because then it becomes almost like this political thriller or like military thriller or whatever it is, right? Because obviously they're all government officials, so they're all having to talk about how to go about this. Of course, it's always wrong, but but you know, at some point they start to look at Jarvis and they're like, "You're never gonna get me," and he starts running away. Keith David, who's like another, who's Sam's best friend.
Yeah, and he's like military squad leader.
Yeah, they go after Richard Belzer. The alien ends up ditching Richard because they're like, oh, he's already been found out.
Right, and shot.
Oh, did he get shot?
He gets shot in the leg.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You know, it was 94. He was still pretty young. If you got shot now, it's like, oh, you might as well just start writing a death certificate. I know, it's funny because when I was like watching, I was like, oh my, I don't think I've ever seen him without gray hair.
Right? Yep.
Wait, sorry, like a little side note. Did you ever watch any of his stand up?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. I was a huge stand up comedy fan in like high school. So,
oh, that's when like people would buy albums.
Late 80s, early 90s. Yes, I had a bunch of albums. Cassettes. CDs were not a thing yet. like CDs were coming out, but it was like, oh, I could buy this cassette for $7.99 or that CD for $19. Guess which one I'm getting, because I don't even have a CD player in my car.
Oh, if you had a CD player, you're fancy.
Right.
Oh, so like, did you guys like growing up or when you were in high school? Did you guys have HBO?
I had HBO.
Oh, yes, so you got to watch the stand-ups.
I had the title with the tube, single station tube antenna.
Yeah,
HBO. Yes.
Oh, you could just buy HBO.
Yeah, like... you would buy an antenna, and then you could, and it was like, it looked like a 1960s laser ray gun. It was long and it had like sections.
Oh man!
And like you had to aim it at like the satellite, and then.
They made you work for it back in the day.
Right.
You know?
It was.
I just remember being the remote control.
Yep, and then HBO, and then when Cox Cable came out, they stopped the HBO.
Oh, like you had to get it with the package, you know?
Yeah, and then you could still get a station through that antenna, and it was like
Spice Channel.
It was like Spice Channel at like midnight.
Nice.
But it was like really bad, like black and white movies and stuff during the day. Like real extremes of like
Centurion Collection.
Like worse. Like
worse.
Like these were the movies that were on like in the 50s before the main show started. Like that kind of like just bad.
All right. So actually after they released the alien from Jarvis, we actually see that there's this huge withdrawal issue that he's going through, right? And then to the point where Jarvis kills himself.
Yes. Yeah. And it is such a cool way to kill yourself. No, don't kill yourself, people. I'm not suggesting that.
It's a creative way.
It is a creative way. I've never seen anything quite like that in a movie.
Yeah. I remember going to school like for like medicine and stuff like that, and I remember like during that portion of my curriculum, they're like, "Hey, you got to make sure there's no air in like when you in the thing, because if you do that, if there's air
in the IV,
they're gonna fucking die."
Right. And he pulls his IV out, he empties it, he blows it up like a balloon, plugs it back in, and then just squeezes a giant air bubble
That has to be like the most painful way to go at that point. I would have been like, just give me all the morphine, baby.
Yeah. So they're basically like that. They were like, the people aren't really going to be functional if we remove these aliens. So, I mean, maybe we should just kill everybody who's infected.
I mean, it's the easiest way, right?
It is the easiest.
It would suck, but yeah. I mean, but like they also have to do this at the early stages to contain it. There's not enough time to study it because within an hour or like within a whole day, they've already taken a portion of Iowa.
Right. Yeah. Because they don't know how they breed or how fast they breed, but they estimate that 320 people had already been taken by the time they saw the UFO. And when the military took over the little UFO area, it had been emptied out. But they were guessing that from the size that they could have fit 1,000 of the leeches, slugs.
And so, again, pretty early on too. What's it called? After they find out that Jarvis dies, we find out that Sam was actually taking over. And he brings it to wherever their base of operations is. He's only able to really infect one other person, which was the landlord of Jarvis's building.
Right.
But it was like in this box of alien balls.
It was like Indiana Jones Temple of Doom kind of box.
Yeah. You know, I was like, what?
It was a crate, and they opened it with a crowbar, and it's interesting. It looks like Jurassic Park eggs, but then you realize it's like these leeches kind of roll themselves into like a roly poly kind of ball, and then they can just unfold when they're ready to start their attachment takeover. Yeah,
and it's really gross. Like, there's like all these little tentacles like flaring out of them, and then and so Sam like. This is where I kind of get jumbled up because it's like a 2-hour movie and it's like this big old who's who.
Right.
And it's a huge chase, right? But they're able to detach the alien from Sam.
Right, because they catch Sam because Sam is going, because the president is supposed to make a speech.
Yeah.
And so he goes to the stadium where the president's supposed to make a speech, but they realize that he's infected and they go chasing after him and they catch him and they basically tranquilize him and take him back to the base, and they're like, oh, now we can study him because maybe we can wake Sam up while this thing is still tranquilized and get some answers. And it turns out that this thing is total control.
Yeah. He's all like, Sam likes it here.
Yeah.
When he's not so alone. But they keep torturing Sam until the alien just falls off.
Right, yeah.
But during that time, Sam is going through this huge withdrawal period, and then he starts crying in the showers, butt naked, where Mary sees it, and she's all like, Sam, you're gonna be okay. And then they make out really gross. It's like a comfort make out, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's like crying in the shower, dick all out. But he picks up the pieces pretty fast.
He does, yep.
He's like, all right, that makeout session it's exactly what I needed. But they want to make another plan, so Donald Sutherland's character, he's like, hey, everybody, we got to take a break so we can come back to this.
Right, because now we're really only like 48 hours from touchdown.
Yeah.
Or at least from first contact.
Yeah, and they have not slept.
Yeah.
So everyone's trying to figure things out. We get little clippets of like remember the Titans coach. He's our lead scientist, and they've been like they're able to capture 2 of the aliens. One of them was from Sam. And then the other, like, where the other one come from, and they're like, well, that's the interesting part. So they're testing these things on monkeys, and I was like, they're so dangerous, but like I felt so bad for them.
But it's interesting because they realize 2 things here that once it's attached to somebody, everything that person knows now has like transferred into the body of the leech. And so if it goes to something else, it still remembers everything that the first person knew.
Which is terrifying.
And so the monkey's like typing on the keyboard, like, "Hey, Sam, don't you miss me?"
That was hilarious. I was like, oh my God, it's typing.
And then there's a third monkey in there, and you see the basically like it buds and then reproduces.
Oh, yeah. Asexually?
Asexually. Yeah, it kind of clones itself almost.
Yeah. It's like osmosis.
And they're like, holy crap, we didn't expect that. Now we're going to estimate that they can double in size or double their population every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And we were thinking,
they had more time.
that they were double like once a day, and now we're like, oh, we have a week before they take over all of Idaho, and now we're like, oh, we have 48 hours before they take over all of the United States.
Yeah. So it's like if you really want to understand how the math goes, it's like if you have 2 doubling seasons out on your battlefield. It's a Magic the Gathering joke for you guys that understand. Sorry, a little side tangent. Did you see that now there's a 6-drop blue enchantment that says at the beginning of an upkeep, make a copy of a permanent or like a non-land permanent?
No,
so it's gross, right? All right. So yeah. So now their timeline has been accelerated, but Donald Sutherland, his character, knows like, yeah, everyone's running on fumes right now, so everybody go take like a 6-hour like break, and we'll come back to this.
Right.
Because yes,
yeah,
we
it's
know
kind of like it's midnight. Meet back here at dawn.
Yeah, they're like, we know that like we're on a time crunch, but there's nothing going to be done if everyone's fried.
Yeah.
So Sam's like, hey, Mary, my place is only a couple blocks from here. Why don't you come over and, I can make you some chamomile tea. So they do go to his place, but we see the landlord from Jarvis's spot, who's already been snatched up. He's already watching. He's waiting for them.
Yes.
And then it's terrible, but he snatched up Sam's kitten,
right,
and used it as a fucking spy.
Yeah.
ends up snatching Mary, and like they're kind of getting down. Like Sam's like, oh. And she's like, yeah, don't move. Let me take care of everything.
This is not restful, but I'm okay with it.
Oh yeah, I mean, you gotta clear the cobweb somehow. Like a sleep of 6 hours, but you struggle to sleep is worse than like 5 hours and 48 minutes of well deserved rest. I mean, I'm just gonna say, like, after you have sex, you're definitely gonna have a better sleep.
That is true. Yes.
But then, like, it seems like they're gonna get down. But then, now we have the Steve Irwin killer on her back too.
Right. As she pulls off her shirt, you see she's.
Steve Irwin's. He's been trying to warn us ever since his death. Rest in peace.
Stingray.
All the politicians are stingrays. If you didn't know that, have you ever seen Donald Trump without a shirt? Nope.
Right. Yes. The truth comes out.
Oh man. But yeah, so she ends up escaping from the second floor. I was like, I guess it gives them extra durability. And so now all of these people that have been snatched outside of the radius have started to congregate back to Iowa because apparently there's a hive mind.
Yes.
Right? And so Sam's like telling his dad, like, I'm going to go get her. And I was like, chill out, dude.
Right.
Like, to put it in other terms, right, if you guys don't know this, I don't think Colby will understand this reference too. In the anime Naruto, there's a character named Pain who has 6 bodies, and throughout all those bodies, he can see everything.
Yes.
And this is basically what you're fighting. You're gonna fight like a lower Iowa State version of this, where they.
It's a Multiple Man from the X-Men cartoon.
Oh, there you go. I don't even remember Multiple Man.
Yeah, he died quick. he died early.
Like did he die in the same episode that Morph died in?
Maybe. It was early. He made a comeback way later, and he was like, I didn't all die, and there was still a little bit left, but I hate you guys because you left me.
Oh man, Jason taught him. Jason taught him.
Yep.
You know, to be fair, it's like, man, like if like one of my friends got kidnapped by like my most hated rival, I'm like, oh, he's probably dead, man. I should go comfort his wife. No, I was kidding. No. So no, Sam takes Keith, David, or Alex with him, right? He's like, I'm gonna go with you, Sam. I can't do his voice. It's like really hard. He has such an iconic type of voice, right?
Yeah.
But what's it called? Remember the Titans? He's like, hey, look, I jerry-rigged this device that's going to be able to resonate on the same frequency that all of the aliens do.
Right. It's not a sound that you can hear.
Yeah.
But as long as you don't get close to the aliens, if from far away, they will think that you're an alien also. They won't think that you're just a human.
Yeah. So what's it called? So Sam, he's able to infiltrate. He's looking, you know, he's super gross. Like he puts his hand on this thing and it opens up like an eyelid.
Oh yeah, right. Because they find the building where the new hive base is.
Yeah, and it's like Des Moines, like subway station.
Oh, and they sorry, quickie. They figure all this kind of stuff out because when you're infected, the alien runs you like 2 degrees hotter.
Yeah.
Than a normal human, so they're able to use their infrared thermal like scopes and stuff, and be able to tell which people are infected and which people aren't.
Yeah,
and
they also like it's really cool. They do show like an attack.
Yeah,
look at that guy. He's not infected. No, he's infected now.
Yep.
It kind of like it looked like Sour Patch Kids on the screen.
and they have a team of, like a team of Army Rangers that go in, and basically what the alien does is sends out all the kids that are infected, and the Army's like, we can't kill children, and then boom, they're taken over.
Nah, man, you know it's not like oh, you guys are gonna call me a monster, right? But I'm just saying it's not the same situation as it was during the Holocaust. These are potential aliens and potentially world-ending beings.
Right. That's the same thing that Donald says. He's like they're now the enemy. Kill them. Kill them, even though we know that there's a way to remove the alien. But it doesn't matter.
At the point did they know?
They knew.
Yeah, but then like there's like a group of them, right?
Right. I guess you didn't want like, we want a bunch of like kids with the DTs.
The DTs.
So just shoot them.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, just make it as fast as possible.
But
I don't know.
The Army couldn't kill children, and the children convert them. Snatch them.
Oh, right. You know, it's like you either live long enough, whatever, you're like a hero, or you live long enough to be a very patriotic hero.
Yes. Yeah.
But no, what's it called? Sam is able to find Mary in the hive, and I forgot how he is able to detach the alien from her.
He basically suffocates her. And as she passes out, the alien releases so that it can try to attack him. And then once it does, he like tases it.
Oh, yeah. It's like a botfly.
Yes.
For some reason, though, when he enters that chamber where they're all like drumming, it's like using Sam's voice. And it was like, I guess I was like, ooh, I guess the alien liked the timbre of his voice.
He's an attractive man.
I know, but I wanted to see what else he's been in, but he's not really been in a lot of things after this.
He is not.
Yeah, this is like the first time I've ever seen this person too.
He's not the greatest actor.
Yeah, I can tell by that shower scene.
He's the eye candy.
Oh, What a shame. What a waste of eye candy. He also didn't age very gracefully either.
Right.
He kind of reminds me of the bad guy from Grease. You know he wasn't like a T-Bird. He was in that.
I think he was in Greece.
Who?
This guy.
Sam?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't the bad guy from Grease.
No, maybe?
No, I don't think so. Grease, yeah, no. 92 is the last thing he's done.
Okay.
But like, you know what I'm talking about though, right?
There was something. Wasn't there some? I don't know.
Sam Anderson? He was one of the government officials. He might have been on Grease. When did Grease come out? 1970. Man, this guy's had a long career. Oh. No, he was in Police Story. Yeah, it's pretty hard to.
Yeah.
But yeah, so during this whole time though, like after he detaches from Mary's like, Sam, I have to show you something. The reason why they wanted me here, and apparently they've been cocooning people that have diseases.
Yes.
Right, and it is just so lucky that one of the cocoons that they take out is a kid who has a brain disorder that is fixable if you treat it in time. It's like a
meningitis or
no meningitis. I don't think there's a cure for that yet, right?
It was something that's like, inflammation of the brain.
Yeah, and we actually find out that a lot of these aliens, their bodies are 80% brain matter.
Yes,
that's gross. It must be so squishy. But before that, during this time, Alex, played by Keith David, he's like, "What's taking so long?" And so he goes in and he's like rambling it all out.
Right.
Until he gets taken over and he's like telling Sam, "Help me. You said you'll help me, damn it."
Right. And then he falls into the pool. Yeah, he falls into the pool of a million leeches. And
so gross.
He comes out and he's just covered.
Yeah. You know, did you know that this movie is a part of the Star Wars universe? Because you know those leeches, they're actually their outer shell can deflect lightsabers. I forgot what that's called in the Star Wars the extended universe, but I know that there is like a living armor.
Okay.
That could deflect like lightsabers. You know, Rick Danger would know.
He would.
Actually, he would. I forgot what they're called. I just know there was like a Sith Lord that would use that as his armor.
Interesting.
Which is kind of unfair, right?
Which is brilliant.
But I was like, it's like constantly eating you. So I don't know how fair of a trade-off that is. But yeah, so unfortunately, Sam isn't able to save Alex, as far as I know, because Mary shoots him like 4 or 5 times. Right. And I was like, I don't know how good of a crack shot she is, but I'm pretty sure she at least hit the body.
At this point now, they definitely know they have a cure.
Yeah.
And so she's just like, I don't like that you have a friend that you're closer to than me, so I'm going to shoot him. I'm the only one that matters.
No, she's like, my whole family's from the South.
I wasn't going to go there. That's probably more the correct.
No. No, it's just a shame, right? But no, after they find out that this is like a disease that they can kind of spread and fix right away, they do that. They start to dwindle down the population, in less than a day or two, right? It seems like. So
they breed mosquitoes and then give them the disease and then let them go, and the mosquitoes are like, ooh, these things that are extra hot are even more tasty.
Yeah,
and so everybody starts getting bitten and then getting the disease, and then they kind of go in a couple days later and just inoculate the ones who didn't get bit.
You know, it's too late though. Now that those mosquitoes, they have the disease, they're gonna make it better,
right?
Biologically,
yeah.
And so
World saved by mosquitoes. We try to get rid of mosquitoes, and they saved us.
Oh, no. It'll come back around. They're going to come back with like super brain-eating bacteria.
Yeah, right. We'll never get rid of the mosquitoes that carry that disease, and just everybody just...
Yeah. Well, they have to like counteract it, right? They'll be like, all right, well, if it mutates this way, we have, they probably have like a bajillion type of like things that hopefully they do, right? No, but it was called Donald Sutherland and Sam and Mary. They go back to the hive. They check it out, but then oh no, I knew this all along too, and I was like, son of a bitch, I was right. We actually find out that Donald Sutherland, after he inspects the nest, starts walking away, no cane.
Right. Oh, we didn't ever mention that. Yes, when landlord gets leached, he takes his glasses off because he's now got
Spider-Man
Spidey senses and no longer needs them. Richard Belzer, when he gets leached, he stops smoking. Because,
I didn't notice that.
Because the alien doesn't want him to have a unhealthy body.
He doesn't want those delicious nicotine. I feel like you can get them hooked on nicotine. Or cocaine, whichever. I mean, they are 80% brain tissue, right?
Right.
Ecstasy.
The trips they would have.
It's funny though. Like, have you seen the new season of Love, Death, and Robots?
I don't think I have.
Yeah, it just came out maybe 2 weeks ago. There was actually one of the stories was very much like this. Right? There was let's actually finish this whole thing first, right? And so what's it called? So Sam has to chase down his dad, and they're in this helicopter, and he's all like, it's so freeing, Sam, flying. It's a good thing I stuck to your dad for so long. I got to learn so much about my species, because then he was going to be like, all right, cool, now I can adapt. Now I can lower the body temperature down to normal so you can't track us.
Right.
On all that stuff. But, Sam's like, I'm going to fucking shoot you. He's like, you wouldn't shoot your dad. He's like, it's what he would want me to do. And I was like, I think there's a lot of trauma coming into because he's like, my dad never gave me attention.
Yep.
There's a lot of daddy issues coming into this, so he ends up shooting.
And he's surprised. He's like, "Oh, damn! You shot me. I thought you were a weak, wussy little girl, but no, you got some cajones."
He's only had the aliens only had 2 days to understand humanity,
right?
But not, I think you're going to need at least a month to understand trauma.
Yeah.
So we have a pretty decent fight in the sky. Until what's it called? Until Sam's able to push his dad onto the panel of the helicopter, electrocutes, and then we get a final destination type of kill on this alien, where it flies out and then hits the helicopter blades.
Yep.
I was like, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That death scene is a lot better than some of the death scenes on TV today. We end up touching down. His dad is like, can't believe you shot me. He's like, what would you have done? Oh, I definitely would have shot you. You're a mistake. I told your mother I never wanted to have kids.
That's definitely the feeling you get. It's not his exact words, but he's like, yeah, I would have shot you because I have to save the world.
Yeah. I mean, he takes a lot of shots at his dad throughout this whole thing. He's all like, he's not happy unless the world is ending.
Yeah. Yep.
I really wish he was all like, my world ended when your mother died. just nothing but trauma. Oh man. So before we talk about the other things in this movie, let's do our little review section. High star, low star. And we got Colby reading our 10-star. Wow, 10 stars.
Yeah, we got a 10-star. Excellent adaptation of a great book. I strongly disagree with many of the other reviews of this film. It is a very faithful adaptation, given Hollywood's history of adapting for the screen, and one of my favorite movies. It is not entirely faithful, i.e. Operation Bareback, which I would have enjoyed, was foregone. That was like a orgy scene, I think.
Oh.
Was foregone, probably due to the mass nudity that it would entail. The love interest, the storyline, and the characters were all very close to the novel. Some criticize it as a ripoff of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but the novel actually predates that work. Oh. So who copied from whom? The scope of this movie was scaled back a little. Mention was made of the landings and the conflicts in either country, but this may be due to editing exempt,
I don't know.
The aliens are suitably creepy, as my wife will agree, as she still refuses to watch it again. And it manages without all the gore of many similar movies, although it is rather violent. Compared to other recent Heinlein adaptations like Starship Troopers, this film was much truer to the author's original work and is still thrilling and thoughtful treat. Sadly, it looks like no sequel will be forthcoming to carry the battle to the moons of Saturn.
What? This guy wrote Starship Troopers as well? By the way, Operation Bareback is what I call raw sex. It's when you're trying to trap a good one, you know? All right. Let's go to our low star review, which is a 4 out of 10. Poor directing, weak script, and dialogue spoil sci-fi thriller. It really makes no sense how this film could have not worked. Working off a script based on a Robert Heinlein novel with a venerable Donald Sutherland is one of the lead roles. You know, Donald Sutherland really is like top class.
Yeah.
Like throughout the years, that's why I was so surprised to see him in here. And with the alien invasion subject matter, this should have been at least a 7-star science fiction film. As sci-fi goes, the superior ones focus more on futuristic and or scientific concepts, with action and or special effects adding to the spectacle. That is why films like Star Wars Saga really aren't sci-fi, but action adventure first. And in the case of Star Wars, fantasy, and science fiction second at best. The film does delve into the biology and culture of the aliens, but just barely. Mostly focuses on hokey special effects and a few watered down action scenes to fill up screen time. The aliens themselves are quite realistic and original, a plus for the film. The chemistry between Donald Sutherland as the leader of a secret government agency and his son, played by Eric Thal, and unknown at the time, is quite good. In addition, Julie Warner actually does well as a scientist working for Sutherland, and of course plays the romantic interest for Sutherland's son. While not a superior actress, she performs adequately, although her talents are more suited to television, as it appears this movie was. While most will think, as I did while reading the plot synopsis of the film, that it is a ripoff of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the book was actually published in 1951 prior to the original film, as well as the novel written by Jack Finney. Bottom line, not a bad movie to watch when you know you will be distracted, as it requires very little of your attention, and there are enough action scenes to move the pace along, but science fiction and Heinlein fans will be disappointed. Yeah, actually, you know what? That's a pretty fair 4 out of 10.
It's interesting how one is like, this is a great adaptation off the book, and I think the people who read the book will like this movie. Yeah. And the other one says just the opposite. This is a terrible adaptation of the book, and anybody who liked the book's gonna hate this movie.
Well, so like the difference is, right, like the top part, the 10 out of 10, that dude definitely enjoyed Solo as a Star Wars adaptation. Oh. And the one on the bottom definitely hated Solo as a Star Wars movie.
He's like, if you're going to do this, I'm not watching another Star Wars movie ever.
Yeah, you know, there's people that are going to enjoy adaptations for what it is. Like, obviously, some things it's hard to translate some things into different media.
Right.
Right. And then so other people, like some people will see it as like, oh, I actually really enjoy that as a adaptation for like a live action series or a cartoon or a comic book. And then some people are like, no, that doesn't fit my expectations. So it was trash.
Right. Yep. No, exactly.
Like, have you, okay, so like a little off tangent off this book, off this thing, right? But have you seen like some of the things that people say about like the Obi-Wan series that came out?
No, I've only been hearing good things.
Oh, man, if you go into like the the internet is a cesspool, right? But they're like, I hate little Leia, or like Ian McGregor, he had to come out with a video statement because the actress playing the fifth sister has been getting massive amounts of hate. On, like, she's getting DMs, and a lot of it's like racial slurs and all that stuff. And Ian McGregor's like, listen, like, if you guys are doing that, you guys aren't really Star Wars fans. You guys are,
Oh, right.
you know, she's an actress.
Of really, of all the fandoms, like, the Star Wars people are the ones who hate everything the most. Like, every new Star Wars thing that comes out just gets trounced upon.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I understand not liking The Last Jedi. I think there was good parts in it and bad parts in it, but let's be real, Luke would never go out that way. Yeah, no, but definitely, you know, because like every fandom has like things that, you know, they're like they would hate, but like they're like, oh, you know, like just imagine when they did the reboot of Star Trek with Chris Pine and freaking the dude from Heroes. If they tried to do that to Star Wars, like if they tried to create a parallel universe of a Star Wars,
yes,
like in like if they try to redo A New Hope, or what's it called? Instead of Obi-Wan, it's Darth Maul. Mr. Maul, I need your help. Yeah. Oh, riots. The boardwalk at the Disneyland on fire.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, dude. But yeah, let's talk about this. Some of the funny things about this movie is when we first meet Sam, or like when Sam and Mary first interact, she's like, I've never heard of your department. He's like, yeah, we're a secret organization. But just to let you know, this is what we do. He starts to lay out everything about this. Like I don't think she's ever signed anything yet, like an NDA.
Right.
She's like, yeah, we're secret, so you wouldn't know about us. But we fuck with aliens.
So in the book, the book, there's a whole lot of political problems around the world.
Oh, yeah.
And like Russia and China are like one country, and then like England and the United States, those are like the three major world powers, and they're all kind of hate each other, and they're all at war, and there's space travel.
Oh, what?
And so they actually, these slug things, they go to Titan, which is one of the moons of Saturn or Jupiter, and that's when these slug things apparently like figure out what humans are and kind of follow them to Earth, because they're like, oh, hey, these will be great hosts.
It is true.
And so then, you know, they come back here, and I'm not really sure where I was going, but
Well, no, you're just talking about like the things in the book,
right. So so in the United States, after we find out about it, the United States. So I read the synopsis. I didn't actually read the book. So
yeah, because who has time?
Pardon me if I am wrong on this, but it's basically like it's like that once they've taken over. Or like once they start taking over, the United States is just kind of like, okay, that half the United States is
they gave up
slug people, and this is us over here, and there's just going to be like this battling border between the two these two, like the North and the South. I don't know, but the United States is just kind of like, okay, everybody, when you are not in your home and you're outside, you're naked. That way we can always tell who has bugs on them and none.
Oh, that's fucking dope.
But I guess like there's like a thing where like at the beginning they have no sexual attention.
Oh, and they
So
start
like so
breeding.
it went with the her like blouse. So there's a lot of like connections that way.
Yeah.
But then later on, like once like they have like this like once they can try to convince the aliens that sex is good, and then there's all these like massive like
Orgies. Oh, is that where Cross got it from?
I could be.
You're like, guys, I want you guys to understand, blowjobs, awesome.
Right.
No, yeah, so like this movie I feel like is a little too long for what it is. I think if it focused a lot on the lore or trying to, find out about the aliens, I think it would have been a really solid sci-fi film. But like because they had it kind of split up between like, these aliens working like a hive network or a parasitic type of deal, that we didn't really get to like delve in too much in that because we were too busy having to deal with like the political side and the thriller espionage side.
I think it worked though. Like for me, like I kept in my head, I kept comparing it to because we did Faculty last week. If you haven't listened to that, you should go listen to that and watch
Josh
that maybe,
Hartnett's in it.
Yeah, but like at that one, they also found the alien really quickly.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of like let's discover what this alien is. And they kind of have that same path.
Yeah.
That one's obviously, it's like high school, it's trying to take over the teachers. Here it's like United States. It's trying to take over like the political powers.
Yeah.
And so it's just like grander scale. But I liked the way that it was like you have the president stuff kind of like, not really like declaring emergency because it's like it's Iowa. He's just go clean it up. This isn't a countrywide problem. Why am I worried about it? Until it shows up in the city and tries to kill him, or tries to take him.
Yeah, I think, but see, I think that's why, like, for the Faculty, it works because it's such a smaller scale, right?
Right.
And then because then, like, you even though it's a smaller scale and it's almost like comparable to this movie, just like on a microscopic scale, you kind of get more time with like, the gym teacher, the nurse, like you kind of see them transform. Whereas they're just transforming in mass, which is like, it's much more realistic.
Right.
And then like, I just really wish they either had like really had a main focus on like going through like studying the aliens and like having remember the Titans coach really figure, like have an aha moment. Mm-hmm. Like he didn't get that moment until like they brought the kid back. Where you're like, oh yeah, like I figure he would have been like, these things are 80% brain, so what can we do with it?
It was interesting though how they did him, like he was so into the science of it, that the military guy's like, Doc, it sounds like you want to have sex with it.
So I just want to wrap my dick around. No, but like, see,
but yeah, like as a scientist, he's just like in awe of like. How genetically and like evolutionarily this thing has developed into like this almost perfect puppet master.
Yeah, and then like those parts, like those portions of the movie, I was like, see, that's really cool. Like I think if we had just removed the romance aspect out of it,
right,
I'd have been like, when like in those parts we would have just got more science. Totally been super cool.
Yeah.
But it's 1994. The Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger just came out. No, I think what came out, like, I feel like it's like Terminator 2 came out or something. Was that 92 or 94?
I'm not sure.
Oh, 91. Wow. That movie really holds up. I'm pretty sure they used this movie. Like a lot of Edward Furlong just did not. Wow. That kid really. He was like in the Macaulay Culkin realm of like decent looking,
Yeah.
and drugs. Nah, that's not fair to say. I don't know what he's been through. Maybe drugs though. But yeah, no. But yeah, as far as like
every picture of him currently looks like a mugshot, so possibly drugs.
It's like one of those ones where like moving to the city, be careful of drugs. And then it's like the 10-year like
Yep.
Those are terrifying. All right, guys. Well, we're up to our hour. If you guys know, we have to wrap this up. So thank you guys for joining us. If this is the first time you guys are joining us, make sure to check out the rest of our months. We have Nick Cage month, Jean-Claude Van Damme. We have animatronic toys. But if this is the first time you guys are joining us, we do our reviews in 4 sections. We have Stream It, DVD It, Blu-ray It, and the Who Watches This Ultimate Box Collection. Colby, where you at for today?
I had never seen this movie before this week. I've now watched it twice. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I am definitely with the guy who's like a 10 out of 10. This is at least to me this is at least a 9 out of 10. This has got some replay value. I want to show this to people. I'm digging. Like if we're doing the Who Watches This box set where we're just collecting all the movies for the month into one. So far, I'm totally going box set. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to give you too much DVD or Blu-ray over DVD, but hey, if we get some behind the scenes, we get a little bit of comparison to the book, some interviews with some of these actors. I feel that's where some bonus material.
Yeah,
I'd go Blu-ray on this.
Well, you guys should know for all of us, we'd always go our ultimate box collection because ultimately, even if like there's a dud or two in our box collections, the rest of the movies make up for it. But for me, I'm probably going to go just regular DVD for this one. It is enjoyable. I do like it. There's a lot of people I enjoy in it. Obviously, Donald Sutherland of Pride and Prejudice fame. Now, he's in a whole bunch of other things. I just can't list them off the top of my head. Freaking Remember the Titans, Law and Order. They're all in here. They're all great actors. They all bring it. No one's kind of hammy in this thing, except for like maybe Sam during the shower scene. But I kind of laughed at that, so that got extra bonus points with me. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyable. I would definitely show this type of movie to like people who are like interested in like extraterrestrial, like alien type of movies. This is a great. I mean, we don't know what's out there, so this is probably most of it though. But hey, thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you check out our link down below. We have our Amazon affiliate link. We are starting our YouTube channel, the WWT podcast channel, where we're doing movies and show commentaries, doing a little bit more modern stuff. I know one of the first ones we're doing is like The Boys, the Amazon Prime show. So definitely check out our commentary on that. We will host full commentary tracks on our Patreon and all that stuff.
That's right. So show us some love and we'll show you some love back.
Yeah. Yeah. That way, when we have our 3rd tier on there every month, one lucky winner gets a box set of our ultimate box collection.
Right.
Be pretty sweet for you guys.
Yep.
But yeah.
And of course, the easiest way to follow us and see what's new and keep up to date is our social, Facebook, Twitter, probably the two that we're on the most. And we always post all of our new stuff as soon as we put it up. And that's like and share and give us some comments and if you get any suggestions, all that kind of stuff.
All right, guys. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Watch This. If you guys want to check out who does our theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on her album Music for Podcast 3, and her Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.